Do you want to reach your dream IIM? GradeUp brings to you the big Republic Day sale. Flat 40% off plus extra 32% off on all MBA courses. Use code RDAY72. Grab the offer now.
Hi, good evening everyone. Welcome to GradeUp's YouTube channel. In this session, I'm going to discuss about scoring required percentile. Okay, so a lot of students have queries: what percentile should I score? What should be the strategy? So each one has different targets, and we'll be discussing about those things in this session. So good evening, Shivangi, Mukut. Welcome to the session. Good evening, Rishabh. I hope all of you are preparing for CAT. Okay, so the most important thing is your preparation must go on. You must not deviate yourself from the preparation. So a lot of students get deviated because they just keep on thinking that will I be able to score the desired percentile or not. Okay, so you must not deviate from your preparation. That's the first thing that you must keep in mind, because see, percentile is a secondary thing. Okay, it's like getting a score is a secondary thing. That will be a result of your how you do in the examination. That's a different thing. But at this stage, instead of focusing on how much percentile will I get calls from this school or that school, instead of that, you must focus on your preparation, because that is the most important thing at this point of time. Okay, so you must not worry about that which colleges will I get called from, or all those things should not be a matter of worry at this point of time. Okay, so we'll see that what is CAT, and like what are its positives and negatives, and how to deal with those things. Okay, so let's begin. So first question I would like to ask you is CAT easy? Do you find CAT easy? Is it an easy exam or a difficult exam? Now when I compare, so easy and difficult is a relative term. So it has to be relative with something else. So let us say comparing with other MBA examinations. Okay, some say easy, not easy, moderate. Okay, then if I tell you some facts about CAT, then you will say, okay, it is still a better exam. Of course, you need to have a good aptitude. Okay, plus you need practice for that. But I would say that I wouldn't say that this is difficult. Okay, because there are certain factors. If you don't consider those factors. Okay, because people find it difficult because of difficult level of questions. Okay, but it is, yes, so Rishabh, you are right, it is not difficult to crack. Okay, so you must know why it is not very difficult. It is people call it difficult, it is challenging, but let's see what are the pro sides of CAT. Okay, first thing, as it says that some people pronounce it wrongly. It is common admission test. Some people think it's common aptitude test, but actually it is kind of aptitude test, which does not test knowledge. Okay. So first thing is that two of the three sections, the VARC and DILR, don't require you to have any knowledge, isn't it? Like if you see the latest pattern of CAT, previously CAT used to test you on those things also in verbal ability, but it does not test you anything in verbal ability, isn't it? It does not test you on grammar rules, it does not test you on vocab. Okay, unlike GRE, if someone has appeared for GRE or GMAT, in GRE especially, GRE tests you a lot on vocab. Okay, so it has removed all those unnecessary things. You don't have to cram 1,000 words and maybe the 1,001 the next word comes and you don't know that meaning. So it does not test you on vocab. It does not test you on grammar rules. Okay, so you don't have to be a grammar hero to tell that if there is a punctuation mark here or something like that. Okay, so it does not test you on that. Okay, so what it tests you, it does not test you on idioms and phrases. So if you have taken other MBA examinations, you will notice that they test you on other stuffs like this. Like if you talk about IFT, SNAP, ZAT, okay, they all test you on all these parameters. And MAT, all exams if you take, so CAT is the only exam which will not test you on any of these things. So that I would say, in my opinion, that makes it easy. How many of you agree to this? How many of you agree to this, that it does not test knowledge, hence it is easy? Okay, so what it tests you on your reading skills. Okay, of course, if you read, so it is like the more you read and you do some adequate practice of questions, you will be able to crack this section, isn't it? Even in DILR, there is no knowledge tested. Okay, it's just that building your ability. Okay, so if you solve ample number of questions, it should be enough that if you solve good number of questions, you see the past year trends, you are well acquainted with what comes in the examinations. I would say that this is also doable. With practice, it is achievable. Okay, with practice, you can achieve mastery in these two sections. Okay, of course, everything requires practice, but at least it does not test you on those unnecessary things like vocab. Okay, so it does not expect you to know meanings of 10,000 of words and they ask you something beyond that. Okay, apart from that, it does not test you on general knowledge. So that is one more important factor. So you know, there are exams such as IIFT. Okay, SNAP dropped it this time, and like TISNET. These are the examinations, and if you appear for MyCat. So there are several examinations. Previously, SNAP also used to test on GK, but now they don't test you. And they have sectional cutoffs, like IFT and TISNET have sectional cutoffs on GK. Okay, so that is one good part, that it does not test you on general knowledge. Okay, so these are the things that make it slightly easy. Now the challenging part is, of course, the quantitative aptitude section. You have to have knowledge. Okay, so that is something that you need to clear concepts on. So you should have knowledge of all the topics. You should know algebra, you should know geometry, you should know arithmetic, plus some tricks are needed. Okay, so it is a mix of knowledge plus tricks. Okay, so that is something which you need, knowledge and tricks. Okay, in VARC DILR, you don't need any prior knowledge. Alright, now let us see that CAT is unfortunately very, I would say, cruel to some people. Okay, some people keep cribbling that they did very well in the examination, they did not get a call. So see, the thing is, you have to face the reality. Okay, you can't help. Okay, that is it. You call it injustice, you call it anything, but you have to face the reality. Okay, so like even I have faced the same. Okay, so even when for the second time, I felt that, oh, it's bad. Like I keep scoring high, but I don't get into a good B school. I mean, the dream B school. Okay, so you have to face certain realities. Okay, and you have to live with it. You can't help. First thing is, like caste-based reservation, it is present in all the examinations, everything in India. Okay, so there is a lot of debate whether it is good or bad. Okay, the aspirants call it bad, some socialists call it good. Okay, so if you talk to someone who is a lawyer or maybe from humanities background, that person might say that no, caste-based reservation is good. Okay. The aspirants who feel the pain, they would definitely say that it is bad. Okay, so it's a debatable thing. Apart from that, like caste base is everywhere, but apart from that, CAT has several other filters which avoid people. So there is a term called GEM. I hope everyone knows what GEM is. Do you know what is a GEM? How many of you are GEMs? If you are a CAT aspirant, that you must be aware of this term GEM. GEM stands for General Engineer Male. Okay, so general category people, they are avoid of caste-based reservation. Academic diversity, so they avoid engineers. Okay, cat most IIMs are against engineers. So you have to face this reality. If you are an engineer, they will be against you. Okay, so they will be against you. And then you have gender diversity. So this is general engineer male. Okay, so they are against you. So you have to face that reality. You can't help that. Okay, you have to do extremely well in the examination in order to get your dream B school. Okay, then there are certain things like if you have done some, I mean, uh, you did not have a great past. Okay, so if your past academics are bad, so these are your sins of your past. So if you are gemmed with some sins like you did not have great academics, so then you are gone. Okay, so these are some things that you must face. Okay, so even I had this thing. Okay, so I face it. Or initially you will feel bad that okay, no, why is it against me or why is it against those people? But they have a different point. Okay, they want diversity. They want people with good acads. Okay, whatever be the reason, whether it is rational or irrational, you have to live with it. Uh, you cannot say that no, this is unfair. I mean, you have to accept that reality. And sometimes some people miss because of work experience. They are too less or too high. Okay, so sometimes what happens is like people miss that. Most of the IIMs get preference to 1 to 3 years of work ex. So if people are more than 4+ years of work ex, they lose points. If they are freshers, they lose points on work ex. So they count several things. All right. So those are the things that impact people. So you have to face it. Okay. Now, how to deal with it? Okay. So there are certain things which can be done. Before taking your examinations. Okay, so if you want to improve your profile, there are certain people who have, see, ACADS you cannot improve. Okay, ACADS, what is done is done. Okay. Apart from that, like if you have like some gap in education, you can just join some NGOs, okay, or some social cause. You can do some courses. Okay, so these are certain things which you can do. Like if you are interested in finance, you can go for a CFA level courses, and I would say certifications. Okay, so you can apply, you can perform this, that you take a CFA thing and clear the examination. So this will add to your profile. Okay, and these are the things which you have in your. You can add to your CV. Apart from that, some like if you have some initiative that comes under NGO, like if you have done something, or if you have some entrepreneurship thing, okay, if you start something of your own, that would be a big plus. Okay, so these are the things that you can do to improve your profile. Alright, now see, then the people who have all these negative things like general, engineer, male and bad academics, then the only thing that they have is CAT. Okay, so score well in CAT, prove yourself, okay, prove yourself that you are better than most of the people and hence get a call. Okay, so that is the only opportunity that you have. And how to capitalize on this opportunity is you must start your on time. If you're a serious CAT aspirant, if you have the knack to clear the examination, if you want that, you have to get into a B school, good B school. So start on time. I would say that ideally 5 to 6 months. Okay, now it might be late. Those who start now, it might be late. But if you start in within 5 to 6 months, that should be good. And first thing is you must know the latest pattern, because many students they do not know about the pattern. Okay, so they just visit some random place and see something and they start solving those questions. They think that it is relevant for CAT. No. So know the pattern. What do they ask? Say for example, in verbal ability, they do not test you on grammar. Okay, so yes, if you're preparing for other examinations, you must read it. But if you're preparing only for CAT, I would say that you should not be that much involved in those stuff. Okay, so prepare accordingly, read the relevant stuff. Okay, suppose they don't suppose you get to see some sort of some DILR puzzle. Okay, and you know that this has nothing to do with CAT, so just avoid those things. All right, same goes for quant also. Although in quant they cover everything. Okay, so say in quant, let us take an example. Let us say coordinate geometry. Okay, they hardly ask questions on coordinate geometry, so it's no point studying that in detail. Okay, so those are the things that you must know, that what do they ask, what is the trend. Okay, and go with it. So study, know the exam pattern and syllabus, and study relevant thing. Clear your basic concepts in aerospace. I'm talking here, I mean by quant. Okay, so clear your concepts in all the topics, because even if you do not solve difficult problems in certain topic, if you do okay, I mean if you cover all the topics and you know the basics, at least you'll be able to solve some questions. Okay. Study relevant stuff, I already said. Then regular practice is a must. So why people are unable to succeed is many people lose the enthusiasm. They start well on time, but they do not practice regularly. Okay, so they leave the practice. They are inconsistent. They lose momentum. Okay, some people start 1 year in advance. Some people start after CAT 2020 and say that they'll crack CAT in 2021, but they lose momentum. So regular practice is a must. Okay, you can't do with that. Maybe you are blessed with potential. That is some unfair thing, that some people are blessed with potential. They are very good in mathematics. That's one virtue that you have. But if you practice regularly, you can achieve a good score. Okay. Adequate mocks with analysis. So this is something which sometimes people do not do, and I say that you must go for some mocks, at least like 10 to 15 mocks with analysis. People just take mocks, they say, okay, I got 60 marks, I got 120 marks, I got 150 marks. No, that's not the thing, the purpose of mocks. The mocks are not to tell your score, but they should tell you that where you lag and where you are expert. Okay, so that you can tune your preparation that way. Suppose you are very good in quant. Okay, you score very high, like say you score in 60s or 70s out of 102. So you know that, okay, even if you practice less in quant, you should be able to sail through. However, you need much improvement in VRC. You are unable to solve sets, so you must know that how to solve sets, practice more on DILR thing. Okay, on the other hand, if you are weak in quant, so you know that which topic I am weak at or I am strong at. So go through those topics, revise them. Okay, solve more questions on them. So that is the main purpose of solving mocks. Alright. Then proper revision. Proper revision is a must during the last 1 month. So if I talk about November should be with thorough revision. Revise all concepts again, and then go through all the formulae. Okay, so it helps you in recalling things during the examination. And peer learning is another thing about CAT. Okay, so don't prepare in isolation, because what happens is maybe you are really good and you do not know where you stand. For example, I will tell you my case, like when I prepared for CAT for the first time. I used to prepare in isolation, like I did not form any group or something. Anyway, my colleagues were not preparing, so I did not know anything. I just prepared, and I gave CAT and scored very high. But I did not know that while preparation, I did not know access myself that how am I going to score. So that's the reason I could not fill forms for other colleges, and I could not get into a good B school in my first attempt. Okay, so you must learn with your peers. So GradeUp is a platform you can like on GradeUp app. You have this community, so you can join this community on GradeUp. Okay, and there you can post doubts. You can answer each other's doubts. It's a good platform wherein people can exchange their views and exchange questions, solve questions regularly. Okay, so have a platform where you have peer learning. All right. Now, see, IIM, the tag looks good. Okay, so people dream for that I tag, the IITs and the IIMs. The IIMs tag looks good, but as I said, there are certain bitter truths you have to face, your ACADS and all those things. If you are not great, if you are general engineer male, so you have to face certain difficulties. Okay, so IIMs are not everything. Okay, like you try, I will give it your best try, but if you do not get like if you do not have the desired profile, so you know that okay, you are not going to get IIMs. So there are several other institutes like FMS Delhi that does not consider your academics. I mean, it has now started considering, but it has a less weight as compared to IIMs. Then you have XLRI. Okay, then you have MDI Gurgaon, NMIMS, okay, and even I would say I think SIBM also is the same thing. Okay, so these are certain institutes which do not pay much attention to academics. Like you can also target JBIMS. Okay, Jamnalal, that's also a very good institute. So there are certain institutes that do not test you on your past ACADS. So these are some very good institutes which do not test you on your ACADS. So you can target these. And yes, I forgot the one good institute, IIFT. So IIFT also does not pay, but these have separate examinations. Like XLRI has that, NMMS has NMAT, IIFT has IIFT. So these have separate examinations. But these are some non-IIMs which are really good, okay, and comparable with the institute. So if you consider like FMS, XLRI, they are equivalent to IIM Lucknow. Okay, they are definitely after IIM ABC, they are equal to IIM Lucknow. There's slight, some pros and cons are there, but you can consider them equally good. Now these are also coming under top, if not top 10, maybe top 15 to 20. Okay, so these are some colleges that you can target if you do not have a great profile. If you have been unfortunate on that front, you can prove yourself by cracking these examinations and getting admission into these institutes. These institutes are equally good. Okay, so maybe your relatives might not know it, but the corporate world knows these institutes well. Okay, so if you talk to any, maybe some person who is illiterate would say that IIM, say some very new IIM, some baby IIM is good, but if you talk to some proper people, they will know that they will know the value of these institutes. Alright, so these are some institutes that you can target. Okay, now certain things about how to convert calls. So maybe you did really well in CAT if you got calls. Okay, now if I tell you that converting calls is a much difficult affair than getting calls. Okay, I got IIM calls several times, unable to crack interviews. Okay, maybe I was not well prepared. Okay, so there are certain here also there is a big obstacle. So first thing is you should be well versed with current affairs. So I'll share my experience. I have appeared for several B school interviews. Okay, for on multiple locations for 4 years I gave interviews. So first thing is that you need to be very thorough with current affairs. So these are the things that they ask you in the interviews. So first thing is they ask you related to current developments, be it economy, be it politics. Okay, so for example, I'll give you just an instance when I appeared for IIM Calcutta interview in 2016. That day they were that day it was a day of counting of elections. So the elections were held in 5 states, and that was the counting day. Okay, so I had my interview at around 12 at noon. Okay, so they asked me, as I entered, they asked me the first thing, what is the status of the counting? Okay, how is it going? So they started the interview with that thing. On another occasion, I had, several times I've seen that they ask you on current affairs. So you should be very well versed with that. You should know about your academics or work it. So if you're a fresher, you should know everything about your academics. So when I took CAT for the first time and I appeared for interviews, although I was not good at my academics, they graded me heavily on ACADS. Okay, they asked me about the chapters which I've studied. So in the panelists, they'll have some people who will know that subject. They can grill you on anything. Okay, so so you should have some idea about your academics if you're a fresher, and if you have work. So when I appeared for interviews later, they used to ask me related to my work ex. Like they ask about the company, okay, the revenue of the company, the number of employees, the founders, etc. All those things they might ask you. Okay. Deep dive about yourself. So what do I mean by this is you must know about yourself. You must know where you come from. Okay, so in one of the occasions they asked me about my surname, and they asked me that where do these people belong to? Okay, where they came or where they originally came from. Okay, and they might ask you about your hometown. Okay, so be thorough with your all those things, your hometown, about your family members. Okay, they might ask you something related, like suppose you say that your father is some government official. Okay, so suppose your father works in electricity department. So they might ask you questions related to that. They might ask you about your hobbies. Okay, so these are some things that you must know about yourself and other stuff. Take mock interviews like you take mock tests. You should take mock interviews as well. I did not take them, but I realized my mistakes that if you take mock interviews, you'll have confidence during the actual interviews. Okay, do attend personality development workshops. Okay, some people have issues in conversation, so they will help you in that. Be confident in interviews. So these are some of the things that you must do in order to convert the calls. So right now you have CAT in your hand. Okay, you have CAT with you. You don't have to worry about calls. You don't have to start your preparation for interviews now. Right now, focus only on CAT. So this is just about CAT 2019. These were the scores versus percentile, and these were similar to 2018. 2018, I think it was 154 was 99 percentile, and 99 in 2008. 2019 was 158. So these are some scores that will just give you an idea if CAT turns out to be of a similar difficulty level, what should be your score to get the desired percentile. So it could be different for different persons. Like if I say, if I talk about a GEM targeting ADC, okay, with decent academics, that person should have 99.7 plus. Okay, on other hand, if it is a non-engineer, 99 would suffice. If you are targeting old ions, maybe 99.5 is required. If you are some non-engineer with some very diverse background, okay, some very diverse background, suppose you have some degree in say architecture, okay, some random, some which is very unconventional thing, maybe you might get a call at 90 percentile as well from the top ions. So you should know that how much to score. Okay, so this is a rough estimation, but these are not exact scores that you must target. You should target definitely above that and prepare accordingly. Alright.